Hey, my friend. Welcome back to Catch That English. Today we'll talk about something that sounds simple, but might change how you see your whole life: the power of boring days. You'll not only improve your English listening, but also your mindset to feel calmer, more focused, and quietly unstoppable. So, get comfortable, relax, and let's start. Have you ever felt like your life is just too ordinary? You wake up, go to work, scroll your phone, make dinner, and then do it all again the next day. Nothing big happens, no surprises, no fireworks, just the same rhythm on repeat. And deep inside, you start to wonder, is this all? Am I wasting time? We live in a world that celebrates noise, fast results, big dreams, and constant excitement. Every post, every video tells you, do something, change everything, don't waste a single second. But here's the quiet truth. Success often grows in silence. It's not born in the chaos of constant change. It's born in the small, boring moments when nobody's watching. Think about it. A writer doesn't become great by waiting for inspiration. They sit down every day, write a few pages, delete half, and write again.
An athlete doesn't become a champion by training only when they feel motivated. They show up, even on cold, tired mornings when nobody's cheering. And you? You build your future not by one big decision, but by hundreds of small, boring choices repeated every day. Maybe your routine feels dull, but that routine, waking up early, studying a little, working on your goals quietly, that's the foundation of everything powerful. Because boring doesn't mean meaningless. It means stable. And stability is what lets you grow. You see, we're addicted to excitement. We open social media, see someone traveling to Bali, another buying a new car, someone else posting life-changing success. We scroll and feel like we're behind. But what if you realized that your slow progress is actually your greatest advantage? Imagine a seed underground. It looks like nothing's happening. No light, no movement, just dirt. But under the surface, roots are growing, quietly, invisibly, patiently. And one day, it breaks the ground, strong and ready. That's what your boring life might be right now, roots growing. The secret is consistency beats excitement. Anyone can work hard for 1 week. Few can do the same thing for 1 year.
The world rewards those who keep showing up, even when it's not fun, even when no one notices. When you're building something, learning English, starting a project, saving money, improving your skills, there will be long, empty days that feel pointless. But that's exactly where transformation hides. When you repeat something again and again, your brain rewires. Your habits shift. The boring days are the ones shaping the person you'll become. Think about how you learned your first language. You didn't rush it. You heard the same words hundreds of times until they became part of you. That's how life mastery works too. You live it, repeat it, practice it. And one day you realize, wait, I've changed. But most people quit before that day. They get tired. They want fast results, constant proof that what they're doing works. And when they don't see progress, they start chasing something new. New goals, new habits, new plans. But always the same cycle. Start, excitement, burnout, restart. Maybe you've been there. Maybe you started learning something new, a language, a business, a skill. And after a month you thought, it's not working. But what if it was working? You just couldn't see it yet. Success isn't a firework. It's a slow sunrise. You don't notice the light changing until suddenly everything is bright. So if your life feels boring, good. It means you're not escaping. You're staying. You're building roots. It means you're becoming the kind of person who finishes what they start. And let's be honest, boring people are often the ones with the strongest peace. They don't need to impress anyone. They're not chasing every trend. They just do their thing, quietly, consistently. And that's magnetic. That's power. You can almost feel it when someone walks into a room with calm confidence. They don't need to prove anything. They just are. That kind of strength is built in the silence of discipline. So next time you feel like your life is too simple, too repetitive, too slow, smile. Because you're training patience, focus, and peace. You are becoming the kind of person who can handle real success when it arrives. Let me tell you something. Excitement makes people start. Consistency makes people finish. So maybe right now your routine looks small, but it's actually your superpower. Every time you wake up early, do your work, listen to English, learn something new, you're planting invisible seeds. And when others are still looking for shortcuts, your garden will already be blooming. That's not boring. That's extraordinary. You know, there's something funny about the word boring. We treat it like an enemy. We do everything we can to avoid it. We scroll, we swipe, we click, we distract ourselves because we believe that if life feels boring, something must be wrong. But what if boredom isn't the problem? What if boredom is the doorway to the life we actually want? Think about it. Every big dream you have, learning English, building a business, getting fit, writing that book, all of it requires you to do things that feel boring at first. Repeating, practicing, waiting. Nobody talks about that part, right? Because it's not shiny, not exciting, but it's the only part that actually builds results. We often confuse excitement with progress. We think, if I'm excited, I'm growing. But that's not true. Sometimes excitement is just noise. Progress, real progress, often feels quiet. It looks like doing the same thing again and again until it becomes effortless. It looks like being okay with not being entertained all the time. Let's take an example. Imagine two people learning English. The first one watches short videos every day, but never practices speaking. They love the motivation, they love the feeling of doing something. But the moment it gets boring, the moment it's time to actually repeat words, to listen carefully, to make mistakes, they stop. The second person, they sit down, they repeat sentences for 20 minutes every day, even when they don't feel like it. No fireworks, no magic, just quiet consistency. Guess who becomes fluent in a year? Exactly.
That's the boring secret most people miss. Success loves boredom. It lives in those invisible moments when nobody's watching, when you show up again and again, even when nothing exciting happens. And you know what else? Boredom is not actually empty. It's space. It's mental silence. It's the moment when your brain finally has room to think, to notice things, to connect dots. Most of the great ideas in history didn't come from chaos. They came from stillness, from long walks, from silence, from a boring afternoon where the mind wandered freely. But today, we don't give our minds that space. The moment we feel bored, we reach for our phones. We escape that silence. And because of that, we lose something powerful, our ability to hear ourselves. Have you ever noticed how the best thoughts appear in the shower, or when you're washing dishes, or walking without headphones? That's your brain finally breathing. That's boredom turning into creativity. So if you want a better life, stop fighting boredom. Let it work for you. Let it become your secret teacher. I know this sounds simple, maybe too simple, but look around. The world is filled with people chasing excitement and still feeling empty. Because excitement is a moment. Discipline is a direction. Let's make it practical. Here's what the boring life actually looks like in practice. It means waking up at the same time every day. It means doing your work even when you don't feel inspired. It means saying no to quick dopamine, to endless scrolling, gossip, noise. It means choosing the same habits until they become part of who you are. It's not glamorous, but it's powerful. Because every time you choose the boring option, you're training your brain to stay focused. You're saying, I don't need instant pleasure. I'm building something bigger. That's how self-respect grows. That's how confidence grows. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, a man named James decided to change his life. He was tired of starting projects and quitting halfway, so he made a simple rule. I'll do something boring every day. He started with 5 minutes of journaling, then 10 minutes of reading, then short workouts. At first, he hated it. He said it felt pointless. But 1 month later, something changed. He realized he didn't need motivation anymore. His brain started expecting the routine. 6 months later, he'd lost weight, read 6 books, and started a small online business. All from boring habits. No big goals, no new year, new me, just quiet, steady action. When asked how he did it, James said something beautiful. I stopped chasing the fireworks. I started collecting sparks. That's the magic of a boring life. It doesn't explode. It builds, slowly but permanently. And here's something deeper. When life feels boring, it's not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're building stability. Your nervous system is calm. Your body feels safe. You're no longer addicted to drama. You're just living, peacefully, purposefully. Think about it. Do you really want a life that feels like a roller coaster every day? Or do you want peace, focus, and quiet confidence, the kind that actually helps you get what you want?
The people who look calm on the outside aren't lazy or unmotivated. They've simply stopped performing. They're busy creating. We live in a time where everyone wants to be seen. But the boring life teaches you to be instead of to perform, to build in silence, to improve without applause. And when you start doing that, something shifts. People notice, not because you're loud, but because you're grounded. You walk differently, you talk differently, you radiate calm. You stop chasing validation because you already have self-respect. You start attracting opportunities, not by screaming for them, but by becoming the kind of person who deserves them. It's strange, right? The quieter you become, the more power you hold. So if your days feel repetitive, if your progress feels invisible, good. It means you're on the right track. Every small, boring action compounds. Every quiet moment builds strength. You don't need to prove you're working hard. You just need to keep showing up. Let's be real. Success is not an explosion. It's erosion. It's small, daily actions wearing away resistance until the result finally appears. Maybe that's what nobody tells us. Boredom is not the absence of meaning. It's the path to mastery. So next time you sit with your coffee, phone in hand, and feel that itch to distract yourself, try this. Don't. Just sit. Feel the stillness. Listen to your thoughts. Let the boredom breathe. That's where growth hides. And if someone says, your life looks boring, smile. Because they don't understand. Boring is peaceful. Boring is powerful. Boring is the secret. So my friend, keep your life steady. Keep your habits simple. Keep your focus strong. The results will come. Quietly, but surely. And if this story made you think or made you breathe a little slower, don't forget to follow for more, because learning English is not just about words. It's about learning how to think in a calm, focused way. Relax, keep listening, and I'll see you in the next story.